got news for you. I'm Victoria Coren Mitchell. In the news this week, Lib Dem leader Ed Davey leads a symposium into the party's policy on assisted dying. The president of Azerbaijan insists that the effects of global warming are exaggerated as he makes his way to his office. And with only a few weeks to go before Christmas, the question is, will Amazon warehouse staff process the order for little Timmy's teddy bear in time?
Ogen up! Ogen up!
On Ian's team tonight is a journalist and broadcaster who won Strictly and shortly after started dating her dance partner. So if she wins with Ian tonight, who knows what the future holds? Please welcome Stacey Dooley. On Paul's team is a writer and comedian who voices Mr. Elephant the dentist on Peppa Pig. In fact, watching him is the closest many children will ever come to seeing a dentist. Please welcome Andy Hamilton. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Ian and Stacey, have a look at this.
OK.
Oh, where am I going? Is it Britain? That'll be fun.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Interesting hat. What are they looking at? There's not much going on
That's British
here.
workforce.
That's it.
Literally no one there.
Britain isn't working. Isn't that the sort of general idea that he's putting across?
Since 2019, the number of people who don't work in Britain has massively increased. And that was the year Boris Johnson was elected. And I think there's a lot of sickness. I felt ill for years.
How many people are off work due to sickness, do you think, in Britain?
2.3 million.
Oh.
2.3 million. Why am I doing this?
It's 2.8 million, which is a record.
Wow.
And
Oh, it's gone up?
It's gone up. It's gone up, yes.
But isn't it, Victoria, it's the younger crowd particularly that aren't working?
Yeah.
Labour, of course, does have a secret weapon for engaging with young people. Should we have a look at that?
Yes.
Hey besties, I'm at the Labour conference and this year the vibes are immaculate. No cap.
Oh, Lord.
It's Neil the Wallace and Gromit cartoons.
What is the worst affected area, do you know?
East Anglia.
It's not?
Manchester.
I think you'll find it is.
Manchester. According to the Times, 25% of people in Manchester aren't working.
Wow.
Most of them play for Manchester City at the moment.
That's a brilliant joke. It's about football.
Yeah.
They're going to spend £45 million on a new youth guarantee. What's that? What are they going to offer young people?
Oh, apprenticeships.
With?
Premier League.
Yes.
Is it the Royal Theatre?
The Royal Shakespeare Company.
Look at me. I'm a hyper knowledge.
For 2.8 million people unemployed, how many can feasibly work at the Royal Shakespeare Company?
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of extras in some of those Shakespeare plays.
Yeah.
If you do proper Coriolanus, the battle at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Macbeth, the whole of Burnham Wood, you could...
Yeah.
I think the other one was Channel 4, but I heard that Channel 4 aren't making anything, so I don't quite know how that's going to work.
Maybe that's just what they told you.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm just...
You might be right.
As those words came into my head, and I don't mean it, but I think of it. Did you see the shadow Work and Pensions Secretary, Helen Whately, doing a little routine about Liz Kendall?
No.
Her opposite number.
No, I didn't.
She's kicked the can so far down the road that her new partner, the Premier League, is sure to be on the phone by the end of the day.
Was that the assisted dying debate, maybe? Maybe that was what it was. She was just providing an illustration
of what it feels like.
And she laughs before she gets to the end as well.
Yeah.
As if she's saying, you're going to like this one.
Yeah.
How How did this man express his displeasure with the government this week?
Oh, this is the West Midlands publican who started a petition online, and then people like Michael Caine.
What's the petition for?
Oh, it's for an immediate election. 2 million is not a big number in the online world. I mean, you can guarantee that on any given day at around 1:45, there'll be at least 2 million people sitting in front of their computers with half a bottle of Merlot inside them who will sign up for absolutely anything. You know, they'll be sitting there going, oh, a petition, yeah, petition to immediately abolish gravity. Yeah. Yeah, I fell over twice yesterday, bloody gravity. Click, click, yeah.
You do this, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 2 million people. And Kemi Badenoch, she said that, you know, this meant that we had to have an immediate election and Starmer should resign. Yet in 2019, Kemi Badenoch said, we govern by elections, not petitions.
Also, do you remember, wasn't it around that time, there was another petition going round?
This is the one
trying
she
to
was
U-turn
referring
Brexit.
to. Yeah.
And that was like 6 million.
Yeah.
So...
But that would mean that she had to remember that and apply it to today.
Sure, yeah.
How many people would have to want to rerun the election for the democratic thing to be to rerun the election?
That's not how it's done. Signing a thing with a load of Russian bots isn't the same as voting on a register. I mean, you whinge about it. I mean, some people went on about Brexit for bloody years.
Yeah, but that was before they knew what a huge success it was going to be.
The Labour government must be a bit worried about all this because Keir Starmer was dispatched to do a kind of jolly daytime show. He went on this morning to be grilled by Andy Peters and Cat Dealey. Should we see him enjoying some banter?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have the banter.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to coming back.
Yeah,
Thank you very
much
indeed.
to do the cooking.
Yes.
Obviously. Right.
Doesn't Andy Peters do the competitions?
Yeah.
You're a big daytime viewer, aren't you, if you know that?
I watch nothing else. Seriously, the political stuff you pick up is incredible.
He's glued to Lorraine.
That's just a bit of gossip.
That's a bit of gossip. He never sees the programme.
I'm feeling less special now, Victoria.
He acquired a new rhyming nickname this week, Keir Starmer. He's been two-tier Keir and free-gear Keir. Now he's off to Saudi Arabia, and they're calling him... He travels a lot. He's...
With respect, I know you host a quiz where you have highly intelligent on the panel. It's me and Paul now, OK?
You're dealing with a bunch of thickos over here, mate.
So we don't want any of this cryptic nonsense. Just give us the question and preferably the answer.
In a form that we can understand.
His new nickname is Never Here Keir.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have got that.
No.
What's he going to Saudi Arabia to do?
It's suck up to the Saudis.
He's there to ask them to invest more money in Britain. Do you think he'll be able to bring up the human rights record at the same time?
I expected the first thing he'll say is, did you murder that journalist in a wheelie bin? Your Grace and eminently shakiness.
Just as an icebreaker.
Do they get a lot of ice in Saudi Arabia?
And what did Rachel Reeves get in trouble for this week?
Her CV.
What were the details of that?
She claimed to have been an economist at a period where she wasn't. Then she changed it and she was an economist at a bit later.
She said she was an economist at the Halifax Bank of Scotland, and then a colleague at the time said really her role was customer retention.
What, lock the door so they can't get out?
She did get caught before. It turned out that her book had also lifted a passage from Wikipedia. So I think she's a bit casual on detail, which isn't a problem with the Chancellor.
A source at the Bank of England
Yes.
said she was fine. She wasn't a high flyer, but she was an economist.
Yeah.
And I think Rachel Reeves herself confirms that in this bit of footage.
Well, I'm really proud to have worked as an economist at the Bank of England before I became a Member of Parliament. Well, I'm an economist. I studied economics. I got a Master's in economics from the London School of Economics, and I worked as an economist at the Bank of England. Well, I worked as an economist. That is my profession. I am an economist.
Sorry, what is she?
I don't know.
Finally, we've spoken about Labour and the Conservatives, but the Lib Dems.
Yes.
Shall we see how Ed Davey and the Lib Dems have been responding to the week?
Get on your feet and crank the volume. It's all about the family and it's all about the boom.
I think he's a man who's realised that dignity is overrated.
Yeah.
I like that. No, it's good.
And I think he's saying here that dignitas is overrated. We're having this debate. We don't know what the result is.
That's it.
I just love the idea that MPs were told to vote with their conscience. Can you imagine?
My what? Which way do you hope it'll go?
You haven't got time.
Was that what you're hoping for? You haven't got time. Off you go.
Don't worry, we'll be coming to that later in the syringe of news. But for now...
We've not got a syringe of news.
Oh,
I wouldn't put anything past the bozos who produce this programme. Yeah, and you won't put that in the edit either, will you?
This is Labour's plan to get Britain working again. Many business leaders have been critical of Labour's budget, including the boss of McVitie's, whose products include Jacob's Crackers. Hang on, isn't that the title of that new Rees-Mogg reality show? Over 2.5 million people have signed an online petition calling for Keir Starmer to go. The problem with these petitions is that it's impossible to work out who's signing them from the email addresses. I mean, who the hell is Sue Gray 27? According to the Daily Mail, Michael Caine signed the petition. Well, I say signed. He just wrote, "My name is Michael Caine." Yes, I did an impression.
It was great. No, you did. It was good. It was good.
You didn't do an impression. You said it in your own voice. Stick that pillow over your face.
Paul and Andy, take a look at this.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's BBC cutbacks, Paul.
That is it. This is about the railway station, isn't it?
About a train.
Denton railway station outside Manchester.
Yes.
It's a station where one train stops once a week.
It is the least busy railway station in the country. Do you know how many people visited the station last year?
64.
54.
So they've got one train a week?
Yeah.
What are they complaining about?
Yeah, I know.
Why don't people use Denton Station, do you think?
I mean, this train is not a crowded train.
Not a crowded train.
So why would you not...
Yeah, I would take
Use
advantage
it.
of that. I'm
Yeah.
sick of being stood up like that for 2.5 hours.
Well, don't do it.
Well, I really
So I
think...
Perhaps we ought to hear from the locals.
Yeah,
while
let's
the
hear from the
train-
locals, yeah.
BBC radio reporter Katie Hazeldine went and asked some local
Yes.
people. Should we listen to that?
So I'm going to go and ask them, have they ever caught a train from Denton Station? Have you ever used it?
I haven't, no, because I live in Hyde.
Right, okay.
I've only been told it runs once a week, but I honestly don't know what time or what day.
So what's the point in having that station there?
I honestly don't know, unless I don't even know where the train runs to. Does it go to Manchester?
I think it goes to Staley Bridge.
Oh, right, that's probably why then.
Do you know what is the technical term for a badly used, ill-attended rail service?
Britain?
Its actually official name is a parliamentary service.
Really?
Yes, and apparently the parliamentary service in Clacton is terrible.
Well, there's one person on the gravy train.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is Britain's quietest railway station, which runs one train a week between Stockport and Staley Bridge. Denton railway station still has all the normal automated passenger announcements telling you to report to the authorities if you see anything unusual. Like say, a train. Train spotter Joel Harbron has visited the station twice as part of a £20,000 quest to visit all of the UK's national railway stations. He spent the first £10,000 on a single from London to Manchester. The train is staffed with both a driver and a guard and operates 1 day a week. Exactly the same working conditions Mick Lynch is demanding for all his other members. Yes, quite right.
Yeah. A couple of commuters.
And so to round two, the jigsaw of news. Fingers on buzzers, team.
Somebody went, ooh.
Oh, God.
We don't know. Next question. Skip it. Skip it. There we are.
The sentencing
Yeah. Keep going.
in his hush money case against Stormy Daniels has been postponed indefinitely.
Yeah.
Despite him being found guilty, he's not going to be sentenced.
No. Two criminal cases relating to election interference and hoarding of classified documents have been dropped.
Yeah.
Why has Prosecutor Jack Smith decided to do this?
Because he won the election.
The United States Constitution forbids the criminal prosecution of a sitting president.
Well, then he should stand up.
Quickly getting quick. Still got another month.
Do you think that's why he ran for president again, because to avoid prison?
It's a third world pattern. You're president, you lock up your opponents, you either run again or you don't have any more elections. Otherwise, you end up in jail. I mean, why do you think Netanyahu's still there?
I mean, in theory, he could be impeached, couldn't he? But that's not going to happen.
Well, he controls both houses.
Exactly, yeah.
The one where Melania lives and his.
What is the latest merch that Trump is trying to flog? Something musical.
Oh, the guitar, electric guitar, isn't it?
Here he is with the guitar. $10,000.
Yeah. Make America great again, it says on the fretboard.
There you go, if you're not sure what to get your loved ones for Christmas.
Yeah.
Available. What is the latest worry for the special relationship?
That he's president.
We could be on the brink of a whiskey war, because if Trump puts blanket tariffs on foreign...
On blankets.
Keir Starmer is apparently going to raise tax on US imports like Jack Daniels, Levi's jeans and Harley Davidsons.
That'll hit you, Ian.
Yeah. Well,
that's his weekend ruined.
For the first time, I'm worried about this tariff war.
But he said during the election, tariffs is my favourite word. He said...
He's not here, is he?
He is, it's uncanny. He said, tariff is my favourite word out of all the beautiful 47 words in the English language. That's what he said.
In more special relationship news, what links Donald Trump and Wayne Rooney?
Colleen.
Yes, what did she say?
That's a good bit of gossip.
Yes. So Colleen's in the jungle and she was explaining to her fellow campmates that her and Wayne and the kids got invited to the White House and he was sort of, you know, trying to make a fuss of her or whatever, and then Colleen came back and told her mum and she went, dirty bastard.
Are you voting for Colleen in the jungle to win?
I haven't voted, but I would love to see her win, yeah.
Who do you like on Strictly?
Chris.
It's got to be.
Oh, I know, I'm dying for Chris to win.
Would you do it, Paul? Would you do Strictly? I would love to see your Paso Doble.
Should we get the recording over first? No, I've been asked a couple of times.
Sure.
Yeah. But I can't dance.
I didn't stop Anne Widdecombe.
There's not a power on earth that can stop Anne Widdecombe.
I remember watching that and I thought, why is that bloke using her as a mop?
Dragging her around.
This is the news that all criminal cases against Donald Trump have been dismissed or postponed. Donald Trump's guitars sell for as much as $10,000 each. Tasteless, highly strung with a walnut finish, he'll be inaugurated in January. Fingers on buzzers, teams.
Oh, no, I don't know this one. This is the new advert for Jaguar cars, which doesn't feature the car at all, and it's a very strange advert.
People say they've gone woke.
Have they?
Shall we have a look at the advert?
Let's have a look. remember a time when the advertising industry was awash with cocaine? Remember that time?
What do you think? Does it make you want to drive a Jaguar? You ready to live vivid?
I just thought it looked like the Clangers.
What did Nigel Farage have to say about the rebrand?
I wish I hadn't gone for the audition.
He got very angry about it.
Did he?
Because he's angry all the time. He was born angry. I should imagine, as a baby, his first words were betrayal. He's angry about everything.
Send me back where I came from.
Farage claimed...
Yeah, Farage claimed, yeah.
Farage claimed, I now predict Jaguar will go bust. And do you know what? They deserve to.
Oh, backing British business.
Yes.
There is one change they've made. Do you know what they've done?
Yeah, they put the seats on the roof.
No, they've got rid of something.
Oh, the Jaguar at the front.
Yeah, the Growler.
All right.
So that is what it's called.
Don't throw your dirty mind onto me.
I have been asked to ask you the question... Would you like to see the old Growler for one last hurrah? My worry is they'll then use that as the trailer.
Yeah.
Would you like to see the old Growler?
I think we better say yes, yeah. OK, there's no easy way out of this. Yes, please.
Here she is.
Yeah.
And by contrast, here's their new logo.
No, that's nonsense.
It is worse, isn't
That's the...
Yeah, I'm not
Isn't
into
that
that
the
one.
MasterChef logo?
That's a good brand to be connected to at the moment, isn't it?
Time now for the odd one out round. Your four are Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Astronauts on the International Space Station, Keir Starmer, and a cat called John.
Well, this is about getting things stuck, isn't it? The space shuttle people are stuck in the space shuttle. Winnie the Pooh got his hand stuck in a honey jar.
He got stuck in a hole trying to get out.
Couldn't get out.
Oh, that's right.
So John the cat. Now, you would think that the cat was get stuck somewhere, but then maybe the cat was able to extricate itself. Then Keir Starmer got stuck in a lift somewhere.
Yeah, let's say it's the cat.
We'll say it was the cat.
John.
Not the cat.
Oh, it's
Have a
Keir
go.
Starmer then.
It's Keir Starmer.
Keir. I was going to say Keir.
The others got stuck, and he didn't get stuck in an escape room, Keir Starmer.
Of course he didn't.
No, he went on this morning and he said that he'd gone for his daughter's birthday to an escape room, and he was able to get out.
Oh.
How did he get out? Was it a legal loophole?
The others got stuck. Yes, Winnie the Pooh, he got stuck in Rabbit's front door, and he was finally freed when all his friends pushed at the same time, singing, think heavage, think hoage, and out the poo will goage. That's actually a slogan they nicked off Thames Water.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the International Space Station and the astronauts there.
Yes.
Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams. They were meant to be there for 8 days. They've been there since June.
Yeah.
And now they say they'll be back in February.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're eating now?
Each other.
I mean, in a way, they're having to eat soup made from their own recycled urine.
Oh. Is it pea soup? Ah, yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Did anyone see the story about John the cat?
Yeah, he got stuck in a drain pipe and he got out.
Yeah, it's actually a she. It's
A she? Oh, what's he called, John, then?
Well-
Oh, no, not judging, not judging. Not judging, no.
Here is John in the drain pipe.
John in the drain pipe.
This has got a happy ending, don't worry, the cat was fine. But because of the removal operation, you know, they had to take the pipe out. The firefighters had to take the pipe out.
Yeah.
With John
Well,
still
even that'll cut
inside.
his head off. You go to one or the other, isn't it?
Look, have a look.
Look. That's not a real cat. He's working in with his hand. He's got his hand shut up. Look, that's not a real cat.
She was returned home safe and well
That's good.
after some oxygen therapy. I think we'd all want oxygen therapy if we'd been manhandled by firefighters all day, wouldn't we?
Well, speak for yourself.
They've all got stuck, apart from Keir Starmer, who managed to get out of an escape room. 2 astronauts who popped up for a week-long stay have been stuck on the International Space Station since June. The reason they're stuck in space is a helium leak, which one of them described as really disappointing.
That's better than your Michael Caine.
Yeah.
That's good. That was good. What's that? Yeah.
Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication Bowls International. It's great for Bowls news. It has rolling coverage. And we start with the key to keeping your dentures in your mouth is what?
The key to keeping your dentures in your mouth is not to shove them up your arse. What is it? What's the answer? Is that it?
The key to keeping your dentist in your mouth is using an octopus's sucker.
Oh, come on. Do you know an interesting fact? I've been making a film about shoplifting, and one of the most pinched goods is denture glue.
Do you know, I see that so poignant. I was in a supermarket the other day, and you know how they attach things?
Yeah.
You can't steal them. Not that I was trying to, but... and they had it on the baby formula.
Well, can I say it's the same in Waitrose on the champagne rack?
Next, one of the more brutal aspects of crown green bowling is what?
Slide tackles from behind.
A mandatory body cavity search.
Oh, I know, greasing your opponent's bowls.
One of the most brutal aspects of crown green bowling is the sledging from the crowd.
Where'd you get that jumper? Call them slippers.
Next, cheeky gnome in garden has hidden secret. What?
I suggest the word cheeky's probably important. I bet his trousers fall down, or he's knocking off your missus. It's going to be... You don't know, he's sitting there with a fishing rod, you go to work in the office and he's up the stairs.
Cheeky gnome in garden has hidden secret. He's actually made of drugs.
Wow.
Hang on a minute. My wife's got his photo on her bedside table.
Finally, 90% of people had no idea that what was invented in Britain.
Disappointment.
Disappointment. He's absolutely right.
I was going to say Schadenfreude.
That's a German wine, isn't it?
What was designed?
I've had that. Not very good.
You're closer than you think with that guess.
Wine.
Champagne.
No, 90% of people had no idea that the corkscrew was invented in Britain.
Wow.
The corkscrew was invented in Britain in 1795, much to the relief of the French, who'd invented wine 5 years earlier. Looking at the final scores, Ian and Stacey have 4, Paul and Andy have 9.
9?
Wait. We're going to start a petition.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Stacey Dooley, Paul Merton and Andy Hamilton. And I leave you with news that it's a nerve-wracking day for the staff of News International as they spot Rupert Murdoch arriving for a surprise visit. And at a pensioners' aerobics class in Cheam, the caretaker realises a fraction too late that he's got his floor polish mixed up with the superglue. And on a visit to Cambridge Science Park, one political aide stands by as his boss proudly reveals that she used to be an astronaut. Good night.
Have a laugh with Friday night comedy Dead Ringers. Listen now on Sounds to the lambooning of topical satire, with the inside story of Britain's most notorious drug smuggler, hunting Mr. Nice, the cannabis kingpin, on iPlayer now. Your next only child comedy.